Welcome to Nuff Bullshit. This episode is brought to you by Corn Nuts. Crunch. Buy your bag of corn nuts today and get the second one for half price.
Welcome to Nuff Bullshit. I'm Jamie.
I'm Jake.
And we're going to have some fun today.
Those ads weren't real.
You cannot go to the store and get corn nuts for half price.
How would that even work? Just say you heard it? Or...
It's like, I heard on this podcast, Nuff Bullshit could get half price corn nuts.
Corn nuts.
Try out some accents. I want some half price corn nuts.
Get your corn nuts here.
I want some corn nuts.
Corn nuts.
We're going British. I want some corn nuts.
You want some corn nuts? Try to do Irish. I can't do Irish.
Hold on. I want some corn nuts. That wasn't Irish. Hold on.
Give me some fucking corn nuts.
Yeah, we gotta do Conor McGregor. Get the
Where's me other fucking belt?
Hey, that's pretty good. No, that's more Scottish. It's more Scottish.
You were pretty confident there. You almost said it was good.
But then I realized it was more of the Scottish.
Where's me fucking belt?
Still Scottish. How about if you do like a leprechaun kind of thing? Where's the corn nuts?
Where's me fucking belt? Do a German one. Not loud enough.
Huh?
Louder.
Louder?
More aggressive.
German, eh? Ugh, I got the corn nuts. It's not German. That's pretty good.
You notice how when you do accents, then somebody do a German one, it just sounds like they're very upset.
I just thought of Hitler. I tried to do Hitler.
Okay. Anyways.
Hitler's pretty cool. Anyways.
Speaking of Hitler, Donald Trump.
Speaking of Donald Trump, nah, we're not going to talk about that.
So another white rich family is kicking out a black family from the White House.
That's good. It's good
Too
stuff.
much? Too much? Too soon?
Too soon.
Well, it hasn't happened yet.
I mean, Obama's still going to have a great life.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to have a phenomenal
life. He's going
to have a phenomenal life.
Phenomenal life for Barack.
He's going to go golfing. He's going to hang out with his family. He's going to have so much time to just do what he wants.
How many tragedies did Barack Obama have to talk about in this last 8 years?
Oh, a lot of mass shootings.
Tons, man.
A lot of bombings. Like he was there for the Boston marathon bombing.
Oh, man, it's been brutal. Like, man.
Became a violent country when he was president.
Sucks to be that guy, man. How are you supposed to, like, tell everybody that it's okay after that kind of shit happens? It's alright!
It's alright, guys.
Don't worry about it. Bunch of kids just got shot this morning, but hey, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna try to solve the issue. Alright?
Alright.
Taking away your guns.
No.
Oh, never mind. We're giving everybody guns.
That's a decent idea, but it should be a little bit more monitored than that.
So if they take away our guns, then only the criminals have guns.
Yes, because the criminals
and
didn't get
better,
them legally.
Right? That's
Correct.
better. Isn't that better?
No. I don't like that.
No. What's better, Jamie?
I think you should be able to register a firearm like you can now. And you should be able to have it. To protect your family. In your house.
Yeah. It just makes sense.
I like that. You know, Jake, in Switzerland, back in World War II, the militia handed out guns to all the males, and they trained them how to use them. Okay?
Did you learn this on Family Guy?
Nope. They trained them how to use them. And Germany didn't invade Switzerland because they knew how to handle their weapons.
That's right, son.
So
That's right, son.
So, Dad, I think that it'd be good if maybe they did a similar thing where they trained the men how to use the guns. And they don't have to be part of the military or anything. But that way, they can properly protect their family and their city and their state and their country.
I agree. I agree with that.
Thank you.
That was very well said. But you got to look at World War II, post World War II, or during or before.
It was before.
Because
it was
then
while
Germany-
Hitler was invading countries.
Yeah, okay.
So during or before.
I just feel like with the amount of people, it's hard to justify giving training, especially to that many people. You know, it seems too
Switzerland-
organized for the amount of people.
Switzerland's not as big as the States, obviously.
Yeah,
So
which would be great if we could organize that many people, but unfortunately, there's a lot of dumbasses out there. You know.
Well, maybe everyone who goes to the trouble to register a gun has to go through a certain amount of training
Yeah.
on their own time.
You know, it'd be kind of smart.
What?
You have to be registered to own a gun, and if you're not registered, like a big punishment, huge punishment. So then you might as well register.
No, that
You'd
makes
be
sense.
way better off registering.
Is there already punishments for that, or is it just a slap on the wrist?
Well, I don't know the specifics, but I'm pretty sure.
Because if you have a firearm on you that's not registered, you do go to prison. I'm pretty sure.
B, look that up.
So
Need
that's
some
some Lil
laws.
Wayne.
What do you do if you're not registered to own a gun and you have one?
I think it should be it'll definitely be a decent penalty. I agree with you. Maybe it should be bigger though,
Yeah.
because then that'll deter people from owning a gun, carrying it around. Because Lil Wayne, he had it on his tour bus. That's when he got caught. That's why he went to jail, right? That's why he went to prison.
Lil Wayne.
One of the
What's
best.
he up to
rappers.
these days?
Nothing.
Nothing?
He's probably doing something.
Wasn't he just on a new song?
Probably. I didn't listen to it. I didn't
What's
know
going on with the
people still
rap
listen to that
game?
Shit.
What's going on, B? What's the result?
Minimum 3 years,
Minimum 3 years, maximum
maximum 10.
10?
Yeah.
In prison. Just for having a gun?
That's unregistered.
What? A gun that's unregistered? Fuck, man. Okay, you know what?
That's pretty good.
That's pretty severe.
That's 3 years of your life to 10.
Yeah. Okay, well then never mind. Yeah, I didn't know that. Why did I think it was less than that?
I'm sure in some cases you can do like a year and then some probation, because it's not like you shot anybody. You just had a firearm.
Yeah. Well, how does it work in Canada? You just need it has to be all locked up, and you have to be like, what is it called? B, look that up too. Get the Canadian one going.
For what?
Gun laws.
That was Canadian.
Oh, that was Canadian?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
What's American? Oh, look up American then. Sorry, folks. That was the Canadian law.
Do you think America's more strict?
I want to say it's less strict
Oh, okay.
because I wanna hope that I felt that for a reason.
I could see it being less strict. Like I said, I could picture it being like 6 months in probation, or maybe
Yeah.
not even,
Yeah.
or like community service. You know how you see the guys on the side of the road picking up garbage?
Oh yeah.
Those are guys who had guns without registering them.
In every case.
Or the guys who are like, "Where did he touch you, son?"
Right there. He touched your elbow.
It's like, that's not a crime. Go pick up garbage though.
It's like different in each state.
It's different in each state.
That makes sense. Texas probably has lenient ones.
Oh yeah. Texas, everybody has guns.
You get one on your 18th birthday.
Do you know that a lot of people own tigers in Texas?
I don't believe that. Where'd you hear that?
Dude, a lot of people own tigers.
Where'd you hear that?
This isn't a good source, but it's a good source. And it's what's going on?
It's the third search result.
What's that?
I looked tiger ownership, and in Texas is the third one.
See?
Really?
He typed in tiger ownership, and Texas was the third one.
What
Well,
was
I
the
heard it
first
on
two?
Joe Rogan's comedy special,
Oh, okay.
but he said it was a fact.
I can believe that. Joe Rogan's a reliable source.
Texans keeping tigers as backyard pets.
This guy has 3 of them.
A certain guy has 3 of them.
Where did they get them from?
Yeah, where did they get them from?
Uh,
We should get B a mic
Yeah.
just for these little sequences.
That he could like mute and like turn
Yeah,
on
yeah.
during the thing.
But yeah. Why do they own tigers? I don't know.
Jake, where do you think they get them from?
They must be shipped. Like I can't imagine.
So
they're-
they go to all that trouble.
or
to
maybe
ship
now
over
that they
tigers?
have them. Maybe now that they have them, they breed them.
Mm.
Maybe there's a tiger breeder in Texas.
There's probably some good cash in that game. In the Tiger
Yeah.
game.
The tiger game?
Yeah. Should we get involved in the Tiger game?
I don't know if you can own a tiger out down here in Canada.
No, we moved to Texas.
Oh, I don't really want to move to Texas.
Neither do I.
You know what else I saw on that Joe Rogan's comedy thing was, you know, the whole Muhammad thing where the guys got shot for putting the picture of him in the cartoon?
Yeah.
So Texas held a Draw Muhammad contest
Uh-huh.
in Texas, but it was a trap.
Oh.
So they lured, like, the building where they were doing the contest, quote unquote, was attacked by a bunch of extremists, but it was a trap.
How did people not see that coming?
So the extremists fell for the trap, and then the Texans guys shot him.
Oh. Wait. So they did that so that people would come attack it, and then they attack them?
Yeah,
That's amazing.
that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
Texas, man. Texas is
smart.
awesome. Texas knows what's going on.
They got all those terrorists.
They what?
trapped those are terrorists that
Yeah,
extremists.
like
that
extreme. Yeah, they were.
Yeah. Okay,
obviously-
that's okay. That's good.
Oh yeah, it's good times.
You know, I heard a good story. This is a positive story about Muslims at the Patriots game a couple weeks ago. This was like during, you know how like the Donald Trump things caused people to like call out different religions and be a little bit more bold with what they say to different people.
Yes.
Well, this group, and this even before Donald Trump, this was an issue, but these two Muslim people, it was their time to pray, and it was a couple, and they were at the Patriots game. They were fans watching the game, and they went and they tried to find like a quiet place in the stadium, like a corner of the stadium, to do their prayer, and they were nervous because they knew maybe people were going to walk by and say stuff to them. So, but they had to do it. That's part of their religion. They believe.
What do they call that again?
Prayer.
B? Isn't it called something?
Muslim prayer.
Yeah. Keep going though.
Yeah, so they're doing their Muslim prayer, like praying to the east or whatever side they have to pray to. And a security guard walked over.
I can't see that. He's trying to get me to read some very small font. Just say it. Salah.
Salah. So unnecessary for the story. But the security guard came over and they were thinking that, oh man, the security guard's gonna tell us we can't do this here, like do it outside.
Yeah, that's right.
Get up and get out of here. Security guard went up to them and said, guys, do your prayer. I'm gonna watch over you guys while you pray, and I'll make sure no one says anything and make sure you guys are protected while you're praying.
What a nice man.
Yeah, that made
Was
me
he a
happy.
Muslim too?
No, he was a white guy.
And you're sure?
Yes.
That's good, man. That goes to show, man. That guy should be president.
Yeah. He should be president. That security guard at the Patriots Stadium, Gillette Stadium, he should be president of the United States.
Nah, he'd probably get a lot of stress.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably stressful being a security guard at Gillette Stadium, though.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Think those guys get paid a lot?
No.
Oh no.
But yeah, I was happy to hear a nice story like that for once.
Hey, you don't hear very nice stories often.
No, they're usually negative, and that's what people like to report, right? They like to report
Yeah.
negative stories because that's what gets people going.
What a
Controversy.
shitty time we're living in right now. Like, to be this young,
Yeah.
it's only gonna get worse.
We're in a very negative world right now where everyone's offended by everything, and for some reason me and you aren't.
And negativity sells, is like what you just said. Like, so like, it always, people want to see more, like, not, they don't want to see negative things, but they tune into more negative things than they would positive things, you know? Like,
Oh yeah.
it's stupid, man. It's the way she goes, though.
And people want to be offended because they want to complain.
Yep.
Would you
'Cause-
agree with that?
Yeah, 100%. And I get that everybody wants to have a voice, but we've given everybody a platform to have that voice with social media, and like, it's a weird time because back then, like, people would feel like they'd just be smarter because they'd have to work to earn that voice, you know, or to earn that stature to be able to complain. Whereas now you just hop on Twitter and you put a fake name on there, the made up email, and you say, I fucking hate, I'm a racist, like, I don't like black people, I don't like Muslims, like, you know, it doesn't, nothing matters anymore.
Yeah, I know. You can.
It's too easy.
There's two sides of the coin. You're either the one who's offended by everything, and sometimes rightfully so, you're offended.
Yeah.
But then sometimes the ones that are easily offended, the annoying ones. And then the other side of the coin is the people who are out there offending people.
Yeah.
Because then there's the people who are saying things and they're giving their opinions, and some of their opinions are fair and they're right and freedom of speech. And people shut that down and get offended by it, and that's not fair. But then there's the other people who actually say pretty offensive things.
That's the thing, like, Donald Trump's in the news a lot because of things he said. But there's also things he said that are really great.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a good example, because, like, it's literally like, do you only hear the offensive negative things, or do you only hear the positive things, or why can't you hear both? And, like, it's not the case. Like, everybody who hates Trump because of the things he said, and they're like, he's a racist, he's a blah 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 blah, and they just jump on the bandwagon. They're on the hate bandwagon.
Yeah. Yep. I'm
In
glad
other
we're
news,
I'm glad we're not offended by things like that.
No.
Like, we're not easily offended. I know we like fit into the category of, like, the, what's it called, white privilege?
Yeah.
Or white males, straight.
I don't know if I said this last time. Remember when they were calling certain voters, like, what were the white college? What were they calling them? White college students or something?
Is that
like,
what they
it was a category in the polls or in the
White-
voting.
White college students.
Yeah, it was like white universities, or like, it was weird, man. Like, they kept saying it. I was like, why do they keep saying that? Like, why are they? Isn't that objectifying, or like, what would you call that? Like, you're just singing like out white people who go to college. Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
why is that a category?
It's so weird. Like, cause then you look at it too, and they have, like, well, who's gonna win the Latino vote and who's gonna win the black vote? Like, it's not like who's just gonna win the vote. It's who's gonna win in these different groups, as if every group thinks differently. Like, black people.
Exactly. Like, you're saying, right, like, on national news, like, you're throwing everybody in categories.
Yeah.
Racially.
And then people try to complain and say, like, we're the ones making the categories, but everyone who's in the categories are creating their own categories.
Yep.
And then there's categories within the categories. It's getting so confusing, Jake. I don't even know what to be mad at anymore, or to be confused about. I don't know.
Well, you know what? Something we haven't talked about?
What?
Black Lives Matter. What do you think about Black Lives Matter, Jamie?
I think that when it first started, it was it was a good thing. It was a positive thing. They wanted it to be like, we're getting shot in the street by cops, and you know what? I got mad at that too. I was like, this is stupid. Like, that shouldn't be happening. And I liked what it started out as.
I've seen some very questionable videos.
Yeah.
Of cops killing
For
black
sure.
people, yep.
But then I feel like some people in that group, the Black Lives Matter group, took it to the next step and made it about themselves.
I think you're right on the money there.
It wasn't about the group anymore. It wasn't like, we need to get.
It wasn't about the movement.
It wasn't about the movement anymore. It was about, I want to go on social media and complain anytime. Like, it wasn't about the men who died, or the women who died, the black women and men who died getting shot by police. It was about, I'm a black person. What are you going to do for me now?
Yep.
And I mean, I understood the movement when it first started, but I don't, like, then it got to the point where I'm afraid, like, people were afraid to say anything about black people because then they were going to get, like, attacked on social media.
Exactly. And I heard these stories about people in Toronto. There was a Black Lives Matter rally, and some white people wanted to participate and, like, buy a shirt or wear a shirt and participate in the protest, and they weren't allowed. Like, they weren't allowed.
That doesn't make any sense.
That doesn't make any sense.
Isn't that what they want, though?
Don't they want equality? Aren't you protesting for equality?
Yeah. But that's not what they're, like, that's what it started out as.
Yeah, exactly.
But then it became...
So the message gets fucked.
Yeah, it gets
and it
confusing.
turns into a giant, like, nobody really knows what's going on. They just want to yell, like, everybody's racist, Black Lives Matter, like, we're pissed off.
But they got to remember that when you're saying Black Lives Matter, it's Black Lives Matter also, not Black Lives only matter.
There you go.
Only Black Lives Matter. Or saying, like, we want Black Lives Matter because we think only white lives matter. Because that's, and I know some people think like that, like, only, like, white lives matter, but I know for a fact me and you don't.
Yeah.
We don't think like that.
Well, it's stupid to think like that.
Yeah, because I've never thought of us being, like, I've always thought as everyone equal, no matter what your skin color is. And I would think, like, if I were to put people, like, rank people, it wouldn't be based on their skin color anyway.
No.
Not for me.
No, because...
I think there's much more different things that you can rank a person on than their skin color. Their skin color shouldn't tell the story about who they are anyway.
Exactly.
Career. What your career is.
There's a lot more things to judge somebody on than their skin color.
Yeah.
And it's kind of... It attacks the way people think. Like, people aren't that dumb. Like, I'm not stupid enough to say, like, oh, just because you're black, it means you're a gangbanger. Or just because you're white, you live with a nice family. Like, what? There's no, like, somebody who thinks like that doesn't think that there's a nice black family out there who has a lot of money and, like, could provide for their family. Like, is that just not a thought for them?
I would hope to think that's impossible for someone to think like that. But Jake, unfortunately, it's not, because there are people who share the same skin color as us who don't share the same opinion as us.
Exactly.
And I just think that it's the older generations, and it's still lingering from them. But, like, I felt like our generation has been doing a good job, the younger generation, of doing these movements to get the LGBTQ community to feel comfortable in society. And
Can you
they have
define that for the viewers?
A lot of people have been... What'd you say?
Define that?
Oh, lesbian, gay, like all the, like, you know, but, and even transgenders. Like, people feel comfortable coming out now. They're brave. They're coming out. We've given them a platform to
Dude,
do
before we know it, people are going to be saying, like, I'm an elephant. And it's going to be okay. We're going to accept it.
We're going to, because we're accepted. And I like to think before this year started, because 2016's been the year of let's complain about everything.
It's been the year of death, too.
Yeah. Before that, I felt like we were making some good strides to conquer, like, there's always going to be racism, there's always going to be people judging, but I felt like our generation was making the next step in the right direction.
Yeah.
And now it's going backwards. It's all going backwards. It's all going to hell.
Well, it's just, here's a simple answer to Black Lives Matter. Imagine there was something called White Lives Matter.
Ooh.
Picture the uproar.
People would lose their minds.
Yeah. It's the same name. It's the exact same name.
Yeah.
Different color. Like, come on, where's the logic?
Or, like,
where's the logic there?
I like when you say the thing about the BET and the, what if we had, like, a network.
Oh, yeah, that's another one. So there's a Black Entertainment Television Awards show. There's a channel. There's not a white entertainment television channel. But then people say, oh, well, that's just the rest of the channels. Like, no, it's not. So every other channel is a white channel? So you have to have your own? Why are you separating everybody? It's retarded, man. I don't like it.
I'd love nothing more.
Them saying that white people have all these things is doing more damage to their movement than it is good, because they're separating themselves.
Yeah. They're separating us, and they're cutting us right off, because it's like, I don't want to say it, like, because I'm still supportive of the people who are doing it for the right reason.
But there's not a lot of them left. None of them their voices don't get heard anymore.
No,
they're overwhelmed by all these idiots who are just yelling about white people having everything and they're having nothing, and they're getting shot in the streets by cops.
Yeah, like, it's gone to the point where I get annoyed by it.
Yeah, well, the whole other issue is with the police. They're not trained. They don't seem trained.
No.
Like, what is happening with the police? Why are they so trigger happy? Like, why are they popping shots? Like, it's like we kept saying it's 2016. Like, do we not have something else that we can use to, like, not kill a man and restrain him? Like, I don't understand. Like, why are we popping 6-7 shots into these people?
Or why are they popping shots into people who have their hands up in the air?
Well, they're not trained well.
Yeah.
Maybe there's, like, I say this every time, like, there's a racist cop in the world, yes.
Oh, yeah.
100%. There's a lot of them. But there's a lot more non-racist, logical cops.
And you know what, Jake? That's actually the perfect metaphor. Because in the same way, once the cop shot that black person, all cops were hated by black people and not trusted. Same way with us, that if there's a couple racist people that they encounter that are white, then all of a sudden we get put in that group as well.
Exactly. But God forbid we put them in a group.
Yeah.
Because, oh man, what are we trying to bring back slavery? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. And we talk about it aggressively like this because me and Jake don't we don't see it that way. You know what I mean?
No, exactly. I don't know. With such an open world and such a, like you were saying, like we're so open to everybody's choice and we're okay with it and we're not strict and
yeah. And I love black people. You can name a couple of my inspirations right now, and they're all black.
Oh yeah, Drake and Odell.
Odell, yeah.
Lil Wayne.
What'd you say?
Lil Wayne.
Stop. Lil Wayne's on a whole different level.
Queen Latifah.
Oprah. I love Oprah.
Well, who doesn't?
50 Cent. No, Drake and Odell were the only accurate ones on that list, but and like, dude, Denzel Washington, like I love Denzel Washington.
You know, like it doesn't make any sense because they're not the minority. They're not being targeted as anything less than every other human on the planet. So why do you keep making it seem like you are?
Yeah.
Like,
or do you think? Okay,
it's all social media too. Like, hang on, it's all social media. Like, I've looked up facts, and there's been tons of websites that show the data that there's been more white people killed than black people, or like more Latinos, or like
yeah, it's
all social media. Like, if every incident was caught on camera, this would be a completely different story, but they're not. And even if a white kid got killed, sadly, it wouldn't get any views on the internet because it wouldn't spark any kind of like change or like it's weird, man. I don't get it.
Do you think it's part of a bigger thing? Like, here, the fact that the media pushes out all these, because I'm sure there's videos of white people getting killed that don't get shown on the media, but all the videos of black people getting killed get put on the media. Do you think it's to create this kind of chaos for some reason?
So there's like a puppet master going on?
Yeah, like maybe the
media. Oh yeah, I think so.
Maybe the media is trying to get a reaction out of the black people to create division.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. And
they're playing right into it.
So that should make anybody who supports any of this nonsense feel pretty stupid.
Yeah, because they're playing right into it. Because if that is the plan, and they knew they would react that way, because they're very passionate. They're very passionate about what they believe in.
Who's this? Who's this?
The black people are very passionate about the history that's gone on and
like the wrong ones, like the wrong
everybody. Like I know, like they all got to remember in the back of their heads that they were at one point in a bad position in the United States, and they should feel good about where they are right now.
Well, did you know that there were more Irish slaves than there were black?
I did. You've told me that, yeah.
Like, I don't see the Irish complaining.
No. But what I mean, like, they're very passionate about that, about what happened in the history of the United States. So they knew that, I feel like the media would know that if they were to push that kind of stuff out into the media, they could get a reaction out of them because they're passionate.
That's true. It's a solid point.
Yeah.
If there
I don't
was
know
a puppet,
if that's true or not. Like,
if there is somebody pulling strings, then they're doing a good job. But the other side, like, we love conspiracies.
Oh,
so we always say that.
Yeah.
But I always feel like conspiracies are really far-fetched. Like, that's a lot of genius work going on, and it's easy to say that after it's been going on, you know.
Yeah.
But you never know.
Doesn't it make sense?
It makes sense, yeah. Like,
if the plan was to create division in the world, you would have to start somewhere. You'd have to start with a certain group.
That's true.
And if there are videos of white people, like dude, you know how many times they've started the news in the last year with a video of someone getting shot and then play it over and over again?
Yeah. Well, we got to wrap up, but let's end on a positive note, you know. Just realize that there's more to this life than division. And there's no need to, just because there's an asshole who happens to be white or happens to be black, happens to be Latino, happens to be gay, there's no need to separate the entire category. Like, just because one white guy's being a racist doesn't mean they all are. Just because one black guy is being a racist, you know, they all are. Like, just because one guy hates gay people doesn't mean they all are. So know that, and don't be a dumbass. And that's my message.
That was perfect. Love each other, guys. Love each other.
It's really simple.
Love each other.
Quick plug, Jamie. That's another episode of Nuff Bullshit.
Yep. Follow us on Twitter. Like us on the Facebook page. And, yeah, we got some stuff on SoundCloud and YouTube if you want to go check that shit out.
I'd love to check it out.
That's another episode of Nuff Bullshit. I'm Jamie.
I'm Jay.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks for listening. Talk to you later.